You wouldn't build a house without a foundation, so don't build your business without one. This is Mindset Monday, where we lay out the tools, frameworks, and mindset you need to scale your contracting or trading business today. All right, we are live. Welcome back to whoop. We had a little delay in the music there. It's all right. It's all right. We're graceful today. It's the week of Christmas. Welcome back to Mindset Monday. I'm your host, Garrett Bake, founder of the BuildPro network and community, as well as partner here with Contractor Plus. Happy Monday, December 22nd. Can you believe that this year is already come and gone? Isn't it crazy? It's crazy to think that January, we were all talking about what we were going to do this year. We were all talking about how we were going to succeed this year, right? And we were all talking about revenue for this year, all the fun stuff that we started the year off with. But here we are, December 22nd. Now, we're going to recap the year next week, I should say, because, well, that's going to be the 29th. But here we are. And here's a question that a lot of people struggle with at the end of the year. And it's a simple question of, was 2025 a success or a failure? Was 2025 a success or a failure? So in your eyes, was 2025 a success or a failure? Now, if you're here with us live, you guys know the drill. Go ahead and drop your name and your business name, where you're from, and we'll give you the good old shout out. Let's see who we got here. We got Alex Christensen. Welcome to the show. Rustic Mountain Build and Design out of Collinston, Utah. Let's see. We've got Daniel. Happy Monday and Merry Christmas, sir. Daniel with Noble Custom Glass checking in from the house, the good old house. Alex says, happy Monday. Can't believe it's over and Christmas is in 3 days. It's nuts, right? It's nuts. In fact, after this, we're heading up to Idaho and then Wyoming. We're going to go visit our kids. Are flying into Jackson Hole. By the way, did you know the average price of a home currently in Jackson Hole is over $5 million? Useless fact for you. We got Joseph with MJ Plumbing out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Welcome to the show. So I get this a lot, right? End of the year, there's a lot of people who are frustrated with how things turned out, right? And I've had a lot of conversations over the last week, not with clients, but with people who aren't clients. They're really frustrated, right? They really don't understand why it is that on paper, it looks like they made money, right? On paper, it looks like there's a lot of money going through the bank account. But at the end of the day, or end of the year, they're tired, they're frustrated, and their bank account is not what they thought it was going to be, right? They're stressed out, they're exhausted, and they say, wait a minute. For the amount of effort that I put into this job, this business, this career, I should have more money. And they're frustrated. And they have every right to be. Every right to be. The question is, where are you? Where are you on that spectrum? We got Edward Schwartz with ES Handy Services out of Zolfo Springs, Florida. Welcome to the show. Where do you fall on that spectrum of, was 2025 a success or a failure? Well, we're going to walk through this a little bit. But before we do, I got to share a little story with you. We were just up in Park City at one of our jobs that should have already been done, right? For this particular job, we had 3 scopes. We had framing, we had drywall, we had paint. They finished up paint a week ago, right? We should have been done, except for the fact that we weren't. Why? Because we had to go back. Because our drywall guys, bless their souls, they did an amazing job. These were the replacements for the originals. But the straps for the HVAC unit, because we have exposed ductwork, they didn't secure them again. Not only that, there was an elbow that came loose. And, it's debatable on whether that was the HVAC company's fault or ours. But we decided that we were going to own it. So we had to go back up there and make sure that we could get that stuff done, right? Tidy this stuff up. My wife has been stressing out all weekend. because we're heading out of town. And she's like, I don't know. Are we going to get this done? Are we going to be able to get paid? Are we going to be able to pay our subs? Right? She's asking herself these questions, all questions that we ask ourselves, right? We got Jesse James Outlaw Electric. Welcome. They're out of Twila, Utah. So we have this conversation almost every week, right? Now, this is the year-end conversation, but was it a success or was it a failure? I've got 3 questions to ask you that will help you determine whether it was a success or failure. Fair? So let's go with question number 1. Did my business get stronger, or did I just move more dollars through it? Did my business get stronger, or did I just move more dollars through it? Now, what do I mean by that? Revenue growth without structure will lead you down the path of burnout. I've seen it over and over and over again. Contractors who are like, yay, I landed this 7-figure job. What am I supposed to do now? And all of a sudden, their concern from, hey, I want to make sure I got money in the bank account, switches to, I don't have the manpower. I don't have the structure. I don't have the processes in place to be able to handle this job. Right? So the question that you want to ask yourself is, did the jobs get easier to run or harder? Did the jobs get easier to run or harder? Did problems repeat themselves, or did they get solved? Here's the real question, right? And I know a lot of you guys are owner operators and you're moving out of that space, right? But you're going to get to this point where you're going to ask this question. Could someone else actually run these jobs without me? Could someone else actually run these jobs without me? Right? So here's how you know with question number 1, did my business get stronger, or did I just run more money through the account? Here's how you'll know. Okay. Clear processes, fewer fires, more predictability. That's it. Okay. Now, if the business only works when you're involved, it really didn't grow. You just got busier. Okay. So be at peace with that one. Question number 2. Did I gain control of my time, or did I lose more of it? Did I gain control of my time, or did I lose more of it? We got a comment from Alex. He says, I thought so, but I didn't have the right people and processes in place. That's where it becomes chaos. 100% true, my friend. It's interesting as we continue to push and grow, not just ourselves, but with some of the clients that we have, these contractors. I see a clear line between those who have got to the point of, my business can run without me, and those who are just thinking that they can land more jobs and keep doing them and realize that they don't have enough time. Daniel, great quote here. He says, probably best moment of the year for me. My dad/owner said it's weird. I feel like we're slow, but we're actually making more money and keeping it. That's such a beautiful thing to acknowledge and experience. Right? This year in our consulting business, we've hired on a coach. We're getting ready to hire on another one. And I'm slowly removing myself from the fulfillment side of things. I have for 8 years thought it was just me. It's just me. It's all about me, right? Without realizing, again, it's people, it's processes, it's structure, it's systems. With our consulting business, or excuse me, our commercial construction management company, this year, there's a lot of heavy lifting that my wife had to do mainly. I did some as well, but a lot of heavy lifting. This next year, we already have an estimator that we're going to hire. She has an assistant that she's going to hire. And then we have a bookkeeper we're going to hire, right? Why? Because I don't want to get busier. I want to make more money. And long-term, the way you make more money without killing yourself is you have to hire a team. You have to have systems and processes in place. You have to have the right structure that's going to get you where you want to go. Alex says, I lost way too much time running around with 15 different hats and putting out way too many fires. Ended up having to go back and fix and finish a bunch of the work myself. Growth cannot happen. You're right. Growth cannot happen. Shawnee says, I think it was sink or swim, and we learned so much. Yeah, it happens sometimes, right? Listen, by the way, when I talk to you guys, I don't want you guys to feel bad. Okay. I just want you guys to be aware. That's the whole purpose of this, right? If we're aware, we can do something about it. If we're not, we're just going to keep repeating that pattern, right? So question number 2, did you gain control of your time or lose more of it, right? Growth should buy back time, not consume it. Let me repeat that. Growth should buy back time, not consume it. If you're more consumed in your business right now, you have to ask yourself, am I more consumed because there's more work, or am I more consumed because I'm doing more? If you guys remember the original Karate Kid, I always love the original Karate Kid, right? And I love it when Mr. Miyagi's teaching Daniel-san, right? Like wax on, wax off, when he's doing all the crazy things, right? But there's a line in the movie where Mr. Miyagi says, work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not harder, right? Like that's the name of the game. This weekend, I was working on building out a new website, which I'm pretty excited about. But while I was doing that, we had the TV going in the background, and my wife turned me on to this show on Netflix called Physical 100, right? Or Physical Asia, Physical something. Anyway, they're all Asian teams, right? They got an Australian team, they got a team from Turkey, but they get to the finals, right? And the finals is a team from Mongolia and a team from South Korea, and there's 6 on the team, 4 men and 2 women, each team. And they're doing these physical challenges, right? Where they're having to work together as a team, and they're trying to like move these like super heavy weights. We're talking thousands of pounds, right? And it was so interesting. It was so interesting to see my wife make the comment. She's like, they're just trying to muscle their way through it instead of looking at it and figuring out a smarter way to do it. She makes that comment, and I just turn and I laugh at her. She's like, why are you laughing at me? I was like, because that is such a profound statement. And it's the same thing inside of business, right? We just try and muscle our way through it. Oh, I can do this. Yeah, you can. The problem is you can't do that and the other thing and the other thing and the other thing. You can't do it all. You have to let go to grow. Jesse says, I've gained more time transitioning from employee to owner and doing more office stuff like bidding and billing out. But it has been a hard transition. You're right. It is. It's a very hard transition. Alex says, oh, my dad told me that one-liner my entire life. Yeah, it's funny, huh? I'm in the dad phase now, right? Tell my kids the same thing. There's something, though, hearing it and applying it, right? And we're at the point in life where you guys have to start applying it. So I want you guys to spend some time this week. Yes, Christmas. Yes, family. It's super important. But you're like me. Your brain is not going to turn off. I already know it. Okay. The time that you are going to spend in business. Okay. I want you to take some time and think. Did I work smarter this year, or did I work harder? Did I spend my time dealing with all the problems or helping the business grow? Right? Your job as the owner is not to work nights and weekends. It's not to answer every phone call. It's not to do every job. It's not to do every repair. It's not to do any of all those things. Okay. Your job as the business owner is to create a business that gives you the freedom to live the life that you want to live. Period. That's it. And so as we're going through this, and we're going to talk about planning next week, but as you're going through this, you have to start thinking, is this business giving me more freedom? Or is this business keeping me from the things that I want to do? And if it is keeping you from the things that you want to do, guess what? You got a decision to make. And that decision is keep doing the things the way you've been doing them and expect different results. By the way, that's the definition of insanity. Or here's a novel idea: change things. Commit to changing things. Commit to never go back. We had a podcast episode that we recorded this last week with a client of ours. He's in the restoration business, and he's dealt with a lot of things in his life, right? Substance abuse, right? Issues with family, business, imploding, all of those things. And he said something while we were talking, and he said it in passing, but it really caught my attention. I had him go back and repeat it. He says, you want to build a business and a life that you don't want to escape from. Build a business and a life that you don't want to escape from. Man, that's so powerful. Because think about this, right? How often do you want to find a way to not have to deal with the business? Whether for some of you, it's substance abuse issues, right? For some of you, it's, firing people. For some of you, it's alienating your family, right? We find our ways to try and deal with the chaos and stress in our lives instead of building it the way that we want to build it, right? And here's the interesting part that's happened with, my wife and I, is we started 6 months ago with this business, right? Year one, we'll do 500,000. Not bad for year one. We're sitting on a couple of $1 million of potential jobs right now. And we haven't even started next year yet, right? It's scary and it's exciting. And my wife stresses out about it. She literally has been having trouble sleeping and whatnot. But I keep going back to the fact of, why are we doing this, right? What's the purpose of this business? Why is it that we're building this life? And she understands it, right? Which then we put everything into perspective. Then we understand what true growth really looks like. Then we understand how to build the business to where we're involved, but we're not making all the decisions. We're not doing all the work, right? We're building up a team around us that can help us do that. Alex says, delegating was a huge problem in my past. It is for all of us, right? So don't feel bad about that. Jesse says, my wife and I, that we are all in and we love working together so much. We just need more revenue streams. Right. And again, sometimes that's a period of rolling up your sleeves, go shake hands, go kiss more babies, go dump some dollars into marketing, right? Do what you got to do to get to that point where the business starts to grow, but it grows because of those around you, not necessarily because of you. Alex says, I'm requiring my dad to practice being gone each quarter next year, minimum 1 full week away every 3 months. Then in 2027, I said it needs to be 2 full weeks. Ooh, I love it. I love it. But what about you, Daniel? What about you? All right, you guys, I love you guys going back and forth, supporting each other. Love it. Okay, so time. Again, if the business owns your time, you don't own a business, you own a job. I think I kind of beat that one like a dead horse, okay? Number 3, did I build assets or just survive the year? Okay. What kind of assets could you build in your business? You guys are thinking, oh, I bought a truck, or hey, I'm renting out this building, or just got a new skid steer, right? That all sounds good, but those are not real business assets. This is how I want you to think about assets inside of your business. Number 1, okay, an asset is things that pay you back over time. That's what an asset is. If you have a rental property, right, and you have somebody in that property and they're paying you to live in your property, that's an asset, right? They're paying you, okay? Inside of a business, systems, leaders, and cash reserves. These are your assets. Okay. This is how I want you to start thinking about your business. Okay. Did anything that I did this year, or I should say anything that I built this year, make things easier for next year? Did anything that I did this year make things easier, or is it going to make things easier next year? That's an interesting way to look at it, right? So for us, for example, inside of the consulting business, we hired a coach. That's going to make things way easier. It already is. Okay. We're going to hire a second coach. We're going to hire a sales rep. Yeah. So yes, the pieces that we're putting in place is we completely revamped our onboarding system. Like our onboarding system now, I'm super proud of it. I can't take all the credit for it because our team helped, but I'm super proud of it. Why? Because from the moment that you say, yes, I want to be a client, I want to work with you guys, there's things that happen on the back end that you don't even see or know until you come to your onboarding day. And on your onboarding day, you get everything from a trade pack, which is all of the roles and responsibilities built out for your team. You get your accountability chart. You get access to our tracking software. You get all these things built out, and they're all customized to you. The only reason that worked is because we had to revamp our system on the back end. But now it creates an onboarding experience that's second to none. Why do we do that? Because I want to, from this point forward, when someone joins our group, that they say, wow, I don't ever want to go anywhere else again. That's my goal, right? We're having our annual workshop in St. George in Southern Utah here in a couple of weeks, which, by the way, you're more than invited to come. So we're more than welcome to come, I should say. We would love to have you. We got 3 spots left. We'll have 20 of our clients plus 5 guests there. We'd love to have you. But what are we doing there? We've got a private chef. We got a big Airbnb. We're doing side-by-sides. We're doing all these crazy cool things. We got some guest speakers. but it's all around creating that experience, right? But guess what? I didn't have to plan this one on my own. Guess what? I don't have to do everything on my own on this one. So that's what I want you guys to start thinking about. What did I create this year that's going to make my business easier next year, right? Now, part of that is going to be margins, better margins, knowing your numbers. Part of it's going to be a stronger team. Part of it's going to be better systems and processes, right? Hard work doesn't compound. Structure and systems do. Jesse says, I fostered 3 new property management companies this year. Does that count? Yes, my friend, it does. Next year, you need to go find 30 more because they're out there and they need you. We got Peace Family, happy holidays, turning in while working in Windsor, New York. Thank you for that. Motivated laborers. Daniel says, we eliminated 95% of our debt and finally created a retained earnings. Woo! Let me tell you, my friend, there ain't nothing better than that sweet check that comes at the end of the year, right? Very, very good. Very, very good. All right. So as we kind of wrap this up, again, I know you guys have things you're going to do with your family this week. Some of you guys have some work to wrap up like we do, but I want you to take some time and think, what did I do this year to make my business easier and better for me next year? And if I didn't do that much, or there's more to do, what can I do in this last 2 weeks of the year to set myself up for success next year? The game is about looking into the future. The game is about forecasting. The game is about not just looking down at what's happening right now, right? The way you're going to succeed is by looking at what's going to happen ahead of time and doing something before it happens, just like the winter and the weather. All right. I appreciate you guys. We got somebody that says we are hiring Jeremy this year. Love it. Love it. Jeremy is amazing. Love Jeremy. Okay. As we wrap this up, I want to wish you guys all a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for tuning in this year. We love having you guys here. We love having you guys participate. I can't wait to have more experiences with you next year. Bring your friends next year. We want to continue to grow this group and this community. Merry Christmas from and happy holidays from Contractor Plus as well. They're here helping you also build the business that'll create the freedom that you want. All right. That being said, we'll see you guys next week.